Institute of Advanced Driving. Drive with confidence.
All right, many thanks for joining us right here for Prime News at 9. I am Brian Sakwa. In sign language interpretation at the bottom of your screen is Naomi Mafo. We start off by the Kijabe Boys High School has been closed indefinitely after students went on rampage in protest against the mock examinations and set a dormitory on fire last night. Unnamed witnesses at the institution disclosed that 4 students engaged in a heated debate whether to sit for the examinations or not, leading into the incident. Awanka, who did not want to be named, said Form 4 students disagreed over whether or not to sit for the exams. Larry OCPD Alfred Mukoma said property belonging to 44 students was razed down in the inferno. Region's Educational Officer Stephen Kitungu said the school has been closed indefinitely until next week for investigations into the cause of the inferno, as also the inferno was extinguished by school workers with a section of the students. However, Area Educational Officer Stephen Kitungu said the school will be reopened next week.
What happened is very isolated. It's something that is shameful to talk about, but as I've said, the school is so good. The students, those who are getting bitter, is because a few of them want to mess their life. They are distorting the education calendar. So there's a very positive thing when you look at it, the bigger good, that there are those who felt so bad that a few of them would want them to go home or mess their education. So I would say in summary, parents should take responsibility over their kids. If you have an indisciplined kid, take action, because even the government should come very strongly into this. Where one kid comes and 2, they mess up, they want to ban the school, then the whole school closes. Why? Parents are not taking responsibility. Government is not taking responsibility. People should be punished for the actions they do. And I think that's where the back lies. And we should not lie to ourselves. I'm a parent, you are a parent, everybody's a parent. So where discipline is due, punish your kids. Police, arrest those who are doing those small things, and then correct them, and then the whole country will calm down. But if this school behaves like this, and then another school start, another school goes on like that, from 2 people, 5 people who are bad, the whole country burns, due to those few individuals who are in school. So for Kijabe Boys, that's what I can speak. I'm a member of this community. I've been a reader here, but this is a good school.
The Kenya Medical Supplies Authority has vowed to promptly process and dispatch to clients all procedurally placed orders. Acting Chief Executive Officer Edward Njoroge has assured county governments that they will now be receiving orders in less than a week. Speaking at an event to mark the dispatch of 64 million orders placed last week by the Kitui County government, Njoroge added that will boost operations efficiency, and the authority is also banking to its superior supply chain management experience and infrastructure, including warehousing and the mass information technology systems.
The county has made progress in health sector in the last 4 years. Health services delivered and delivery is a priority, as highlighted in our manifesto, pillar number 2. We have a 5-pillar manifesto. Number 1 is food and water, 2 is healthcare, 3 is education and youth empowerment, number 4 is women empowerment, and number 5 is wealth creation. 5-pillar manifesto of Kitui. And therefore today, and we have been doing so, we have been trying to actualize pillar number 2 of making sure that Kitui people can access quality, affordable, safe healthcare. In cases of health matters, we must ensure that we have human resource And recently we did hire 627 health workers, and therefore we are ready. And the only thing that we now needed to do is to make sure that every health facility has got enough drugs and also has equipment. In Kitui, we also have at least one CT scan in our main hospital. The other 14 level 4 hospitals will soon be having their own. All of them will be accessing theaters, and all of them at the moment have got X-rays.
All county governments from Nairobi to the ones in far-flung areas can rest assured that KEMSA has the necessary capacity to service all procedurally placed orders for delivery within 7 days or less. Our clients can rest assured that all KEMSA staff members are fully committed to transforming the authority to a customer-responsive last-mile health products and technologies supplies agency. All our stakeholders can rest assured that we have instituted various covert and overt oversight frameworks to guard against the loss of taxpayers and donor funds through procurement processes manipulation. As a testimony to our transformation, I am happy to confirm that this Kitui consignment was placed just last week and has been promptly processed and quality assured.
Now, persons facing evictions at the Chetambe region in Mount Elgon will now breathe a sigh of relief following mediation procedures installed to combat the warring communities. Led by Devolution CS Eugene Omalo, who donated iron sheets at Luguru Primary School, said that plans are under in partnership with the Ministry of Environment CS Keriako Tobiko to tour the region. On the contrary, the government has also received, the county government of Bungoma has received a donation of 1 billion Kenyan shillings from the UK to help in boosting economy of Webuye and Bungoma town.
Na huu ujumbe ulikuwa a very powerful delegation na ulikuwa na hoja ambayo ilikuwa ya dharura kabisa inayogusa jamii yetu ya Watachoni, jamii yote ya Waluya, because of the historical site ya the Chetambe Hills. Na nawashukuru sababu tumeshirikiana na viongozi wa eneo hili, tukafikia Mheshimiwa Rais, akadirect Waziri Tobiko mwenzangu, na hayo mambo ya Chetambe tumeyatatua, tumesimamisha vandu wakone hili. Najua jambo hilo lilikuwa linaleta wasiwasi sana Webuye East na Bungoma na Western. Lakini sababu ya hawa viongozi shupavu tukishirikiana nao, tunashukuru Mungu hapo tumesimamisha. Lakini akiwa anatetea mambo ya Chetambe, sababu tuko tunaleta leo Bungoma shilingi bilioni 1. Na hii inapitia mpango ambao tumekuwa nao. Tuko na programs mbalimbali za ugatuzi. Na nikiwa waziri wa ugatuzi, nikitengeneza mambo ya kaunti zingine, siwezi nikasahau nyumbani. Sawa sawa? Pamoja. Na hiyo bilioni itasaidia mambo ya town planning, itasaidia pia mambo ya empowerment ya watu wetu. Part of the 1 billion inakuja Webuye, tuko tunaweka pesa kwa ile milk processing plant ili watu wetu wa Webuye waweze pia kuhifadhi kilimo cha maziwa. Sawa sawa?
Locals residing near the Yala swamp have signed a petition to the government to revert the wetland into community land, accusing investors and senior local politicians of turning it into a private entity. The residents accused the government agencies of complacency in enforcing relevant environmental laws, exposing them to suffering in the hands of business tycoons. Led by chair of the Yala Swamp Community Organization, Walter Otieno, the locals cited that an investor and other land grabbers have planned to evict them from the swamp by plowing the wetland.
Wale wengine wamekuwa register na sisi tunakanyagwa tu hivi. Tumechoka na hiyo kanyagwa. Tunatoka swamp iwe registered hapo mali petu, tulime Mahali imebaki ipewe investors, ipewe wanyama. Why say that?
I've raised a civil issue kwa koti. Yule ambaye ameni abuse will be given time to respond so that you make a very, very judicious decision.
A stoppage order to the investor from degrading the environment. We have learned that the water department here has done some tests on water. The problem is the people here did not have that report. So what we have done is a coordination of those departments. The community will have a report on the cleanness of the water. They will have a report of what the NEMA has done, and we will follow up to see that all their complaints have been sorted out. I'm proud to tell you that in this committee we have even a public health advisor who is James Sapuro here, one of our directors. We are all going to put ourselves together and make sure that this issue is sorted out once and for all. I want to thank the county government. I want to thank the commissioner, the county commissioner, for the way they have handled this issue. What lacked the information? The people did not have the information of what has happened. And we have now put in a committee to oversee that information is able to reach the common person and that they are able to ventilate their problems in an amicable way.
Now, a witness in the Monica Kimani murder case has told the Milimani Long Council on Tuesday that he received a strange message from the businesswoman on the night she died of September 18, 2018. The witness, identified as Anthony Kariuki, told Justice Grace Nzioka that Monica, who he had interacted with for less than a month or known for less than a month, sent him a strange text message, quote-unquote, "Come and help me sleep." According to the witness, he and Monica were just friends, and that he found it strange when the businesswoman asked him to go and spend the night with her. Monica Kimani murder trial resumed on Tuesday, 28th of September, with the suspect Joseph Irungu alias Joe Irungu and journalist Jackie Maribe are the prime suspect in the murder probe.
And when you met Monica Nyawera Kimani, more so on during the wedding negotiations and thereafter in your communications, did she tell you where she was working or what she used to do?
Yes, she told me they run a cleaning company in Sudan.
So when she asked you to go to Lamoria Gardens, did she give you directions? Or
she gave me directions.
Which directions did she give you, or what did she give you to enable you to meet her at her place at Lamoria Gardens?
She told me the residence is along then Spirit Road, Kitale Lane. Somewhere you can't get lost. Yeah.
Did she give you the house number, or she just told you to meet at Lamoria Gardens?
When I reached at Lamoria Gardens, I called her, asked her the house number. She told me A8.
Okay, let's go slowly. When you reached at Lamoria Gardens, you called her.
Yeah.
And what did she tell you?
A8.
A8.
Yeah.
What do you mean by A8?
A8 is a house number which is on third floor. But I recorded my entry.
At what point did you know that Monica was coming to Kenya and going to Dubai?
We were communicating.
So you were communicating?
Yes.
Through which means?
Messages, WhatsApp, and phone calls.
What was your interest in knowing what she's doing in South Sudan and where she's going, her plan, her movement plan? What was your intention? She told me that she had arrived in Kenya.
Yes.
Have you mentioned the airport anywhere?
She has arrived in Kenya from the airport. I didn't mention the airport.
No, we are going by your statement. Is there any word called statement airport there?
She told me that she has arrived.
launched 2 markets along the upcoming Canal Sagana-Maro dual carriageway. The 2 markets, Kibingoti and Sagana, targets travelers along the busy highway who stop over to purchase agricultural produce. Intel from the Department of Trade showed that the 2 markets received about 2,000 buyers per day. Speaking at the launch of the 2 carriageway ceremony, Waiguru said she was fulfilling her campaign pledges to local traders. The 2 markets have a capacity for about 500 traders each.
Tumekuja leo ku-launch project ya Kabro. Ile tunaanzisha huko upande wa stadium na rice mills, tukuje mpaka junction na tukuje pia upande huu, tupite mpaka hapo Sidian, na tunasema ile Kabro tunaweka hapa ni mara 2 ya size ya ile Kabro tuliweka kule Kirungoya. Si ndio? Ndio watu wa Mwea wasione ni kama wamewachwa nyuma. Kwa sababu wamekuwa wakilia kuna maendeleo upande mwingine, lakini upande hii hawajafanya nini? Hakuna maendeleo. Hawajapewa maendeleo.
Now into matters COVID-19 is that the government has launched a COVID-19 mass vaccination drive targeting inmates and officers in prisons industry across the country. The 5-day exercise that targets 133 correctional facilities across the country with the operation that started at Naivasha Maximum Prison with inmate staff in the Correctional Service Department. So far, the country recorded 255 new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours after 6,305 samples were tested. The country's case load now stands at 248,770, with cumulative tests so far conducted now at 2.5 million, with the positivity rate now at 4%. The uptake of the second dose among those who received the first dose was at 32.3%, with the government working towards vaccinating a targeted population of 27 million people.
Mimi kusema kweli sijafika hapa wakati mwingine, na sijafika pande hiyo na sijafika pande hii. Lakini leo nina furaha kubwa kwa sababu Mungu ametujalia na tumefika hapa leo kwa kazi mzuri ambayo tunataka kufanya. Na hiyo kazi ni kusema ya kwamba wewe ukiwa mfungwa hukuja hapa kufa. Si ndio? You did not come here to die. You just came here to be rehabilitated, but not to die. Hapo tuko pamoja. Na kwa hivyo, ndio tuhakikishe hiyo ndio itafanyika. Na wewe utaenda ufanye ile kazi unafanya kidogo hapa. Najua hukai sana na utakuwa mtu mzima na mtu mwema. Ndio uende kazi hiyo ingine. Ni lazima kwa wakati huu ambao tuko hapa tupate hii chanjo. Ndio tuweze kurudia famili zetu. Sisi katika hapa Kenya, tangu March 12 mwaka uliopita, tumekuwa na shida kubwa. Na ile maisha watu wamezoea sio ile ya kawaida jameni. Nyinyi ambao mko wafungwa mnajua hivyo. Mimi nimeshachanjwa. Wale ambao wanasema ati chanjo hili sijui inafanya nini, ati wengine hawazai, wengine hawafanyi nini. Mimi nataka kusema wazi, mimi nimechanjwa. Na mimi nasema wazi, mtu anaweza zaa akichanjwa.
Na kusema tu ukweli, we really must thank the Lord. Because Mwenyezi Mungu, hakika hata kama tumekuwa na shida, tumewapoteza maofisa kama 17 katika prison service kupitia kwa shida hii ya corona, bado tunamshukuru Mwenyezi Mungu. Because it could have been worse. We are pumping in an additional nearly 200 million to revamp our industrial facilities. Tumenunua matrakta mupya, mashini mupya, hata hii yenu mtaona. Mbao, nini na kila kitu. And all that money we have made through the enterprise fund. Samani, your enterprise fund ilikuwa totally mismanaged and you would not get any money from it. Leo, we are about to do many things. Hata hapa Naivasha mtakuja kuona. Waziri unajua tutaanza sasa kujisiagia sisi unga wetu. Hatutaki kwenda kununua unga kutoka kwingine. Tuna mashamba, tunapanda mahindi yetu na tutatengenezea hawa ndugu zetu unga wetu kutoka hapa, tukiwa hapa. tutatengeneza maji yetu. We are soon launching a company. We are packing water in Ruiru. Kwa hivyo, kwa mpango huu, tumekubaliana sisi wote na Commissioner General. Atumekebo kwa OICs wote. Mimi by Friday this week, we should finish vaccinating the staff of prisons wote. Na tumepewa 100,000 doses na ministry. Kwa hivyo tuko na vaccine ya kutosha kwa kila mtu ambaye ako hapa. Hakuna mtu atabaki nje. Tuko na kila kitu ya kutosha.
All right, 22 minutes on top of the broadcast. Time for us to take our first commercial break right now. Don't go too far.
Unatazama Mwangaza TV, tumaini lako.
Kwa zaidi ya miaka 15 kampuni ya Kemuma Engineering Systems imedhihirisha ustadi katika ulingo wa kuuza na kuweka vifaa vya ulinzi kama vile CCTV cameras, razor wire fence, electric and automatic gates, access control systems, computerized hotel and offices lock system, automatic and fire alarm systems pamoja na electrical accessories. Pia tunafanya consultation katika masuala yote ya ulinzi. Tunapofanya installation tunakupa warranty na guarantee. Maduka yetu yako jijini Nairobi na viungani mwake. Tutembelee au upige simu kupitia 0712828896 au 0721250846. Kemuma Engineering Systems. Security at its best.
Jewel Professional College is a Christian-based college located at Roysambu at Jewel Complex 6th floor along Thika Superhighway. We offer different courses. We have journalism, cosmetology, hospitality, clothing and technology, electrical engineering, ICT, and plumbing. We also offer short courses like pastry and bakery, basic cookery, housekeeping, ICDL, languages, and customer service. Karibu Jewel College, where the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
Unatazama Mwangaza TV, tumaini lako.
Against the mock examinations and certain. Right now, as the country grapples with economic recovery amid the ongoing vaccination campaigns against the COVID-19 pandemic, the world today marked the International Day for Universal Access to Information that highlights the importance of expanding access to information laws and the implementation worldwide to build back strong institutions for sustainable development and uphold the vision of information as public good, as well as to strengthen international cooperation in the field of implementing the right information as a fundamental right. Further afield, the global discussion on building back a better remaining context with adaptive to the COVID-19 pandemic. The main objective of the day is to accelerate sustainable solutions aimed at reaching the sustainable development goals by mobilizing governments, civil society, and people to take ownership and contribute sustainable development goals.
This being an electioneering period, we expect our public bodies and private bodies and constitutional commissions, especially IEBC, to ensure that access to information is embraced in the entire process of electioneering
Access to information is fundamental. It's a fundamental right and a key component when it comes to freedom of expression and freedom of the media. So we want to train our journalists. We want to give them the room to exercise their right with the knowledge that is required.
This information is very important to us. Today we're here, civil society members, the national government, county government, and many other stakeholders, the media council, and many journalists. So today is a very important day to us, and we are looking forward to make sure that the county government give information and make sure that and community members access information, and also the national government. As you know, it's a right in the Constitution of Kenya, and it gives right to Kenya citizens to access information. And before we have seen that in government departments, be it county government or national government, denying the community members the information. So today we want to make sure that the community of Garissa, they must know their right to access information in whatever place they want, be it in the county government, national government, and the other departments.
Now, the Bungoma County government has received 1 billion Kenya shillings from the UK government to upgrade infrastructure within the Bungoma municipality and decongest the CBD. The donation, namely Sustainable Urban Economic Development, follows a winning proposal on the Bungoma's county demonstrated desire to improve its urban infrastructure in Webuye and Bungoma town. This is aimed to boost investments and opening up of farms to markets and power of high potential value chain projects.
So, on behalf of the UK government, I want to say thank you to each and every person who has made this possible. I want to say congratulations because this was a very competitive process, and Bungoma has come through that process with a very, very strong proposal, a very, very strong program. So congratulations to each and everybody. A word on why this issue of urban development matters so much. So one reason is because the future of Kenya is very urban. So maybe a third of the country, not even, is urban. Maybe 14 million people live in towns and cities. In years to come, by 2030, there will be an additional 8 million more Kenyans who live in cities. That's almost 2/3 of those now. So that's a huge number of people that will be living in cities by 2030. By 2050, it'll be way, way more. I think another 26 million. So a huge number of Kenyans will be living in cities. To plan those cities, to make them attractive to investment, to create jobs, to put the infrastructure, these things are so, so important. And that's why we're here today. It's a very, very strategic vision that you've set out here in Bungoma, but it matters for the whole of Kenya. When you plan well, jobs come, investment comes. You have people being able to go to school easily. And in this time of climate change, you're prepared for that if you plan well and you make those cities climate smart. So that's what we're about today. That's what we're trying to launch on education that was co-hosted globally by the UK and Kenya. The UK and Kenya working together on an issue of global concern. We of course work together on health issues, COVID, of course, but many more. Children's health, mother's health, across that health spectrum we work together. The county commissioner highlighted our partnership on security issues. The point is we have this very, very deep and strong partnership with Kenya. It continues across the country, and we're very proud that it continues.
Today, we are starting the process of the urban economic planning process that we are starting today. Thank you for pushing and for enabling that we start this process today. And we are happy that you have also agreed to come and be part of this today. So we are very honored. Bungoma County, as I mentioned inside there, is one of the largest counties in this country, just after Nairobi, Nakuru, Kiambu, Kakamega, and then Bungoma in terms of population. We also looked at some of the value chains that we have in this county. One of the biggest value chain that we have that will have a
Now, the Kenya National Highway Authority, KENHA Chairman Mwangaza has issued a directive to the youth to take up technical engineering short courses to power their skills. He noted that the engineering job market is increasingly becoming competitive, needing fully fledged skilled workforce that can independently pursue technical operations such as construction and maintenance. Ndirango, who spoke in Kiambu County after inspecting the ongoing construction of over 200 kilometers of the roads which are part of the Mau Mau Road crisscrossing the 4 counties of Mount Kenya, among them Kiambu, Murang'a, Nyeri and Nyandarua. He maintained that a high uptake of engineering courses by the Kenyan youth would reduce importation of skilled workforce.
Speaking in Kiambu County, during inspection of road construction of 200 kilometers of roads between Mau Mau Road, passing through 4 counties in the central region, Mwangaza said that the presence of young people with engineering skills will reduce the cost of hiring professionals from foreign countries.
As an authority and as government, we have also endeavored to deliver skills to youths so that then we can increase their employability. On these 2 projects, for example, we have 18 professionals, young graduates who have left university within the last 1 to 3 years.
He said the project gives them a 3-year training of more than 500 people in the country.
We are training and we have had a chance today to interact with them. They are very excited about the opportunity and they have very good feedback to give. And this is something we are endeavoring to continue. And of course, it's not only this project. In fact, across all our projects across the country, we have about 500 interns that we are training for some between 1 and 3 years, depending on the length of the project and the availability of funds.
The KENHA chairman said it was approximately 16 kilometers between 80 kilometers of roads in Kiambu County that have been completed since the introduction of such construction in the year 2019.
We are out today to see the progress of the Mau Mau road project in Kiambu County, and this project is in 2 lots. Lot 1A, which comes all the way about 105 kilometers, including the main road and a bit of what we call the spur roads, and another 113 kilometers. But in the most immediate terms is that we have committed ourselves and to the country that we are going to complete the main spine road. So between now and December, we are going to see 80 kilometers that is fully tarmacked.
On the issue of procurement of building materials, Mwangaza said that 40% of all equipment are purchased locally, hence providing income to Kenyans.
We have 2 main contractors, but I think with these contractors, as you know, as a country, we have also pledged that we want to help local contractors to also participate and to also improve their capacity in road construction. So I think these contractors, we've asked them to subcontract part of the works. And of course, some people, it was a bit challenging for them to do, and they left somewhere along the way, but there are still a number of them that have remained. We have taken a commitment today from the contractor that we are going to ensure that at least 40% of the works, and at least it's using local content, and at minimum 30%.
The 540-kilometer road construction project is expected to be completed in the year 2023 and will cost 30 billion shillings.
In Kiambu County, in total, we have more than 200 kilometers of new tarmac road, which we are hoping to complete by the end of the year or mid of 2023.
Reporting from Mwangaza Prime News, Veronica Wangari.
Now, with the harsh, dramatic climatic changes experienced in different parts of the country, a call to action on the significance of tree planting, on the need to conserve the environment, is still a conversation worth having. Here's the weekly's episode of My Planet, My Pride with Eva Juma Olingo, and on that note, signing out, I'm Brian Sakwa. In sign language interpretation that will continue interpreting is Miss Naomi Matthew. Good night.
Tree
planting is a way of conserving the environment. And today I'm at Udhiru Primary, where despite of the school having challenges with water, they have been planting trees with the help of the area chief plus other environmentalists. Environmental conservation is vital for everyone, and institutions like schools bear a greater responsibility for the impact knowledge, and the earlier the learners are empowered on matters environment, the better. Udhiru Primary, being a public school, has a large number of pupils, and the small compound can't accommodate a forest, but through the efforts of the school headmistress, Lucy Miano, and the area administration, all is not lost.
I am Lucy Miano, the head teacher of Udhiru Primary School. I am glad to say that as a school we have tried to do a bit of conservation in the school, especially because of where our school is located. And so we have tried to do a bit of planting of trees together with our children. And a few months ago in June, we did planting of some trees along the compound, allowed the school different types of trees, mixture of trees, some fruits, some traditional trees, exotic ones, and it was a good activity, a day's activity that we did together. And this was as a result of people who also wanted to sponsor us and to support us in this project. And so we welcomed the whole idea, because we also would like to have even much more. It's only that our compound is a bit small and our children, the number of the children in the school is a bit big, but this is something we would want to continue doing every other time. This we did in collaboration with a group called Adrian Group, and with our area chief, Mr. Kivara, who has really supported us in this.
Planting of trees is not enough without proper nurturing, and through thick and thin, the school still manages to achieve good results regarding the same.
However, we have a challenge, because sometimes we try to nurture those trees, but it is not really possible because we have an issue of water. Right now, what we are doing to get this ritual water is through harvesting, through our roofs in the school, by getting the tanks on, connecting those tanks, trying to harvest as much as possible. Although the number of tanks that we have are not enough compared to the number of children that we have in the school. It is for this reason then that sometimes we are overwhelmed and are not able to take care of the trees as we would want. So many times we plant some trees, but because we do not have enough water to water all of them, then at some point some of them dry up. But we have a few that we can proudly say that we have nurtured through the school, through the program in the school. And this is an effort that has been done by the teachers and the children.
The school's head boy, despite being a candidate, has devoted his time and energy to ensure the place remains as green as possible.
My name is Kevin. I'm the school head boy, and we are the ones who are running to take care of the trees which were planted. And we are making sure that no one is destroying what you had done. And we are keeping on watering them each and every single time, especially during break time. If there is water in the tank, within the tap, go and get it there. If I get any pupil misbehaving, climbing the trees, I'll be taking them to the teachers. So already I reported that to the pupils, and they absolutely knows very well. So if they may be found right here, they are taken to teacher, and the teacher punish them.
Being the only public school in the location, the area chief has devoted or spared every tree that comes his way to the institution, an effort that should be emulated by other government officials if we were to achieve a substantive tree cover.
I'm Paul Kibara Gaido, the chief of Udhiru location within Kiambu County, Kabete sub-county. I'm at Udhiru Primary School, our only public primary school in the world, and we have been engaged in the activities of planting trees in order to cater for our environment. Environmental issues are quite important in the society. Although the area is densely populated, we don't have public land. This being the only public school in the world, we decided that we will be planting trees so that at least issues of environmental concerns can be catered in one way or the other. We have the issue of global warming, attraction of rain and the rest, and the people in the school under the management of the head teacher, Mrs. Miano, and as well as the rest of the teachers who work under her, have been very cooperative in this undertaking, whereby children in the school are involved to plant trees. After we source the trees, we talk with the school management, and they facilitate with everything, actually starting from the harvested water from the roofs, from giving labor from the children to plant the trees.
The head teacher is optimistic that if the water problem is done away with, much can be done.
But if we manage to get help, even to, especially to get more tanks or even landing water throughout, then we would do a better job, and maybe we would really be able to conserve the environment as we would wish.
As we plant more trees, it will be all right, even we'll be having the good environment and the good air conservation. Because it's been challenging. If we do not look after the trees, they dry up. So what we had done before, it becomes nothing.
I'm Eva Juma for My Planet, My Pride.